Okay, so now we're going to do some factoring with special products. There's three types of special products that this section is going to deal with. The first type, right here, we have a perfect square trinomial. Then we have a difference of two squares, and we have the sum and difference of two cubes. We're going to do the perfect square trinomial first. And when you factor a perfect square trinomial, there's two types of answers. One is a plus b squared, the other a minus b squared. The big clue, hopefully, you'll notice that this one has a plus on the middle term, so there's a plus here. This one a minus in the middle term, so there's a minus here. All right, so I'd like to show you a couple examples. So here we go here. This first example, notice it's a trinomial, 3 parts. Okay, is it a perfect square trinomial, and does it factor? First term is a perfect square, z squared, z times z. Last term, 9. Is that a perfect square? Of course, 3 times 3. Now, the middle term is always the first factor times the last factor times 2. So we said that was a perfect square. We said that was z squared. We said that was a perfect square, 3 squared. If it's a perfect square trinomial, z times 3, 3z, times 2, 6z, should be the middle. Huh? It is. That means this factors into a plus b squared. Plus sign in the middle. The a, in this case, is a z. The b, in this case, is a 3. And that's the answer. I can check this by multiplying it out. 2 ways. Z plus 3 times z plus 3. And you can use FOIL to multiply it out. Trust me, you get that. The other way you can multiply this out is a shortcut I showed you, and I encourage you to use this year. Square the first term, multiply the two terms, z times 3, 3z times 2, 6z, square the last term. Check. We factored it properly. Okay, let's go with a little harder example. Again, it's a trinomial, 3 parts. Check the first part and the last part to see if they're perfect squares. 4y squared could be written 2y squared. X squared can be written x squared. All right, so far so good. Let's do the middle term test. 2y times x, 2xy times 2 is 4. That seems to check. That means I have a perfect square trinomial, and it factors into a binomial squared. The first term, which is the a, 2y. The last term, the b, in this case is x. How do I know what sign to use? Minus in the middle, minus sign here. Let's do our quick check. 2y squared, 4y squared. 2y times x is minus 2xy times 2 minus 4xy. Minus x times minus x plus x squared. Check. So, we're good to go. We can do special products of a perfect square trinomial. Try your luck on the homework.